Hey everybody, today I'm going to show you how to load a jumbo design on an embroidery machine, set up a sash frame, and we're going to do a piece of embroidery that is 350 by 500 millimeters. Now the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually hoop my sash frame. And the sash frame's a little bit different. These are the same types of frames that I used to use commercially to actually run embroidery emblems. And that is a sash frame that has these clamps, and the clamp system makes it incredibly tight as far as the hooping is concerned. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our piece of canvas, and I have a nice thick canvas material here that I've made sure that I've pressed and ironed, and I really don't need any stabilizer at all, because the stabilizer on this type of material might actually promote some puckering. So I'm just going to keep this nice and flat in the surface, and then I have shorter and longer pieces, clamps, within my sash frame. I have 4 large and I have 2 small. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start on the inside here, and I'll just move these all out of the way. I'm going to start on the inside, and I'm going to pull my material close to me, come in close to the end, and I'm just going to clamp this down into place. And you can see how it's clamped. Then I'm going to come into this side, make sure that I clamp this side into place, and I should have a nice level fabric. And that's when I'm going to go to the opposite side, and I'm going to start to pull the fabric this way and then clamp in this side over here. Now these do require quite a bit of pressure, and that's a good thing because we know this embroidery is not going to move at all when it's done. And now all I have to do is either side, so I'll smooth my material out to one side, and I'll just press in, and then I'll smooth my material out to the other side, and I'll clamp in. And now that is going absolutely nowhere. It's nice and tight in place. It is literally tight as a drum. So this is kind of optional, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to very quickly take some painter's tape, and I'm going to tape down on the inside of where the felt is and have it so that it covers a little bit of the material across the edges. And the reason why is just in case the lip right here ends up touching the actual table on the embroidery machine, I know that it's not going to cause any real resistance and grab and accidentally move the design within the frame. And I'm going to go around the edges. Now the first thing I'm going to do is load my design and load in all of the colors. So I'm going to go to my design library, and I'm going to insert my USB, choose the design that I want, and bring it into the catalog. It's going to go in as design number 1, and it's bringing it into the actual data within the machine itself. And now when I exit, I can see that the design is on my screen, and now I can bring it into the actual machine, and it's going to confirm and bring in the design in its entirety. Now once the design has completed loading, then I can start to actually load in my colors. So there's the design on screen, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my colors, and I'll select the colors. It's going to load the data again for the colors, and on my sheet I have written which needle all of my colors are on. So it really is simple as far as telling it to be needle number 7, then number 2, and now that I can see that the design is loaded on screen, it's pointing to needle number 1, which I want to be 7, so I'll simply hit the 7, and then I'll hit the 2, and I'll just follow the order of the colors that I have on my sheet. So then I'll hit the 5, and then color number 5 is going to be 1, needle number 3, needle number 4, and needle number 9. And once all of the colors are loaded, I can check them just to make sure that they're all okay, move back up into position, and make sure that all the correct numbers are in place before I actually hit the start button and trace my design. Now that we've chosen all the colors, we're going to make sure that we are going to fit within the frame. So I made sure that I had the 345 by 500 frame. It's just calling it into memory, and then I'm going to do an outline check just to make sure that it's going to sew within the field of the machine. So it's going to automatically move along the design, and it's going to make sure that the needle number 1, which is the active needle, is not going to come anywhere close to the actual frame of the machine, and that way we're making sure we're playing it safe. Now the machine's all ready to go. All we have to do is hit the start button. Now as you can see, it's just that easy to run a jumbo design on this oversized sash frame, and this is a piece of embroidery art, and I'm going to get ready to hang it on the wall. Thanks for watching. To make your embroidery life easier, hit the subscribe button below to be notified of new tips and tricks videos, giveaways, and more. Plus take advantage of our Digitizer's cheat sheet and get a free embroidery design in the links below. The next step of your embroidery legacy starts here with ours.